Hello, YouTube viewers out there. It is Sebastian of Sebastian's Movie Game Time, and on episode 27 that I'm doing today, episode 27, I'm going to be reviewing a few. I'm going to be reviewing movies from 91, 92, 93, and 94 that I thought they were decent, and I have about. I, I have about 5 movies that I really liked from 1991. So let's get started, shall we? Um, First off, we have Toy Soldiers. It's about a group of troublemakers who decide to fight back against terrorists who had come and taken seized over their their uh, their boarding school. Toy Soldiers. It stars Sean Astin from the Goonies, the Lord of the Rings movies, uh, Louis Gossett Jr., who passed away 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago he passed away. Louis Gossett Jr. is in it. Toy Soldiers. Um, Will Will Wheaton, the main character from Stand By Me, the main kid in that movie. He's in it. Dan O'Malley, who played the character Marcus Brody in the Indiana Jones movies. Uh, and also Arlie Ermy, Gunnery Sergeant character actor Arlie Ermy. He's in it too. Um, and Andrew Divoff, who will later play the Wishmaster, main villain in that movie. I get Toy Soldiers 2 out of 3 stars. Next up, we have The Piano. It's set in the mid 19th century. It's about a mute woman and her daughter are sent to New Zealand with her piano that the mother likes as she arranged marriage with the farmer. It's directed by the woman director Jane Chapman, The Piano. It stars Holly Hunter, Harvey Keitel, Sam Neill, and a young Anna Paquin. And believe it or not, Anna Paquin was like a young girl when she did this piano movie. And this movie won her. I'm not sure you know about this, but Anna Paquin won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, I believe, for this piano movie. So Anna Paquin is the supporting actress Oscar winner. So I mean, it's cool that a little girl like her, a girl of her time winning Best Supporting Actress for a movie. It was really great. And the entire of this movie, because this movie is about a mute woman who can't talk. So Holly Hunter's character doesn't speak at all. She does the sign language, I think, for the entire of this movie. Um, I give it 2 out of 3 stars for The Piano. Now we move on to the decent movies. I have about 3 movies that I thought were decent of 1993. We have In the Name of Father. It's a very hard to watch movie. It's based on a true story about a man who's a thief who gets imprisonment for a crime he didn't commit, and the justice system, how terrible it was for him. As him and his father, they've been sent to imprison, and they must fight for their freedom. So it's a very kind of hard to watch movie. In the Name of Father, it really is. But it stars the great Daniel Day-Lewis, who I thought Daniel Lewis gave the great performance in the movie In the Name of the Father. The movie co-stars Emma Thompson and Pete Postewell, who plays the main character's father in the movie. Um, I give In the Name of the Father 2 out of 3 stars. We have Batman, Mask of the Phantom. It's about Batman Bruce Wayne, who's wrongly accused of series of murders of Gotham of a mob boss by a new type of assassin called Mask of the Phantom. I think that's what they call it. It stars the voice talents of Kevin Conroy, Dana Delaney, and Mark Hamill. I give Batman Mask of the Phantom 2 out of 3 stars. We have Dennis the Menace. It's about a boy named. It's about a boy named. Well, the entire neighborhood who calls him Dennis the Menace because he always terrorizes his neighbor, Mr. Wilson. Um, and he likes to drive Mr. Wilson, his neighbor, crazy and out of control. Dennis the Menace stars Walter Matthau, comedy icon or comedy genius Walter Matthau. Um, what else? Mason Gamble, who plays the title character Dennis the Menace. Leah Thompson's in it, and Christopher Lloyd, who plays like a homeless, villainous bad guy in the movie. Christopher Lloyd. I give Dennis the Menace 2 out of 3 stars. We have The Sandlot. The Sandlot's about a new kid who comes to town and gets taken in by a young baseball protege and the baseball team, and they share a venture that it will. So The Sandlot. It's everybody's favorite kid movie. The Sandlot really is. I give The Sandlot 2 out of 3 stars. It stars Dennis Leary, Tom Geary, Patrick Rihanna, Karen Allen, James Earl Jones, and Maury Shelton, who plays the lifeguard. Pool, the lifeguard swimming pool woman, Maury Shelton. She'll later go on to do a few slasher horror movies later on. So 2 out of 3 stars again for The Sandlot. Okay, now we have movies from '94. We have The Little Rascals. It's about Alpha who falls in love with a girl, but then because the Little Rascals, they have their own code of rules. One of each of them cannot fall in love with a woman. It's against a boy no girl rule, type of thing that boys have rules, no girls allowed, or we as boys we cannot fall in love with I give the Little Rascals movie 2 out of 3 stars. It stars Daryl Hannah, Bug Hall, Brittany Austin Holmes, Mel Brooks, Mary Kate and Ashley, the twin sisters who appeared in it, Reba McEntire, Whoopi Goldberg. So I give the Little Rascals movie 2 out of 3 stars. We have Getting Even with Dad. It's about a father who's an ex-con who's planning a con heist along with the two men to help him until the father finds out, he finds out that his son is planning to stay with him, and then his son knows of what his dad's planning of doing, and his son threatens his father that if you don't spend time with me, I'm gonna show the whole world that you're a convict criminal and you're planning something bad and big. So the father has no choice to spend every day with his son to keep him from not telling on him what he's planning. Getting Even with Dad. It stars Macaulay Culkin, Ted Danson, Hector Elizondo, and Glennie Headley. I give 2 out of 3 stars for Getting Even with Dad. There were some fun, good scenes in it. We have Disney's The Lion King. It's about a young lion who gets framed for the murder of his father by his uncle, and his uncle gets threatened that the young cub lion wants to be pride of wants to be king, but the uncle wants to become king as well, so he kind of sees him as a threat. So, and then years later, the young cub lion, who's grown older, decides to go back to Pride Rock and fight his uncle to take his rightful place as king of Pride Rock. It stars the voice talents of James Earl Jones, Johnson Taylor Thomas, Whoopi Goldberg, Cheech Marin, Nathan Lane, Matthew Broderick, and least but not least, the uncle, the name Uncle Scar. He's voiced by Jeremy Irons. Now, Jeremy Irons, you should know who Jeremy Irons is because you'll see him later on in future movies that are going to star and appear in. But Jeremy Irons plays the voice of the Scar, the uncle, and the Uncle Lion in the Lion King movie. It's a very hard to watch movie, Lion King. Well, if you've seen the Lion King, you know how hard it is, you know how sad it is, and emotional it is. But I thought and all the cast who does the voice of the character lion voices, they're all good. But Jeremy Irons, his voice portrayal of the mean Uncle Lion Scar, that's the character name, Scar the lion, the uncle. Oh, he was so menacing and so villainous. Great. I thought Jeremy Irons was great as the villainous Scar, the Uncle Lion. So, oh, and I do like the songs written by that are sung by Elton John in the movie, like Circle of Life. That's my favorite song in The Lion King. It's the Circle of Life. Not there are two versions of Circle of Life songs in the Lion King movie, but the one that's my favorite Circle of Life song by Elton John is the one that's sung by Elton John. That's my favorite one. So I give The Lion King Disney animated film 2 out of 3 stars. We have Baby's Day Out. It's about 3 guys who kidnap a baby from a wealthy couple, and little what they know, the baby is set loose around New York City, and the 3 kidnappers they must get the baby back. But every time they get close to the baby that they kidnap, they always fall. They always fall and always getting It's madcap, funny humor stuff. Baby's Day Out. It's written by the late John Hughes. It stars Laura Flynn Boyle, Joe Montana, and Joe Plantiano, known as Joe Pants, or however you want to call him. There were a lot of funny scenes in Baby's Day Out. I just thought it was so funny and a lot of good, humor scenes. I give Baby's Day Out 2 out of 3 stars. We have Free Ninjas Kick Back. It's about 3 martial art wannabe ninjas who happen to be 3 brothers. They must help their grandfather. That they travel to Japan to help their grandfather, who's been seriously injured, hurt by the bad guys, because they're after. So. And the free brother wannabe ninja kids, they do what they can to save the day. It stars Victor Wan, Max Elliott Slade, and Sean Fox. I give Free Ninjas Kick Back 2 out of 3 stars. We have Richie Rich. It's about a boy named Richie Rich who lives with a wealthy couple, who lives with his wealthy parents, and as he befriended, Richie befriends and make new friends, as they must uncover a scheme that the family advisor is up to evil schemes, and Richie and his friends, they must do what they can to save, to defeat their families. Advisor with scheming plans. It's Richie Rich stars Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin did 2 movies of '94. One is what I talked about a few minutes ago, which was Getting Even with Dad, and now recently Richie Rich. So Macaulay Culkin's been busy for 2 movies in the same year. So I give Richie Rich 2 out of 3 stars. Now we come to the movies of 1991 that I really enjoy and like. So we have Beauty and the Beast. It's about the prince who lives in a castle, who was transformed into a beast, monstrous beast, because of his selfish and arrogant he is. And the only way to break this beast, the only way to break the curse spell, this beast monster curse spell that the prince, lives in the castle, it's suffering. He must fall in love. He must be nicer with a kinder, gentle heart, and falls in love with a girl who might turn the prince's life around to become a normal human again. What can I say about Disney's Beauty and the Beast? It's a timeless classic. It will always will be a timeless classic. It's really beautiful. The animation of its time, it really holds up really well. And memorable characters, great story, great musical number songs in it. Beauty and the Beast stars the voice of Paige O'Hara, Robbie Benson, Angela Lansbury. I get Beauty and the Beast, Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Oh, and there's a song in Beauty and the Beast too. Well, actually, there are two songs of Beauty and the Beast. One is sung by Angela Lansbury, and the other song of Beauty and the Beast version song is sung by Celine Dion. The Celine Dion song of Beauty and the Beast version of Celine Dion, that's my favorite song. I get Disney's Beauty and the Beast 4 out of 3 stars. Um, We have The People Under Stairs. Completely Wes Craven's underrated film. The People Under Stairs. It's about uh, it's about a young boy and a thief break into a house, and little what that's owned by this unhinged, mental, crazy, supposed to be a woman and a man, but they actually reveals that the man and the woman that the young boy in the thief breaks house into, they're actually like unhinged, crazy brother and sister. Turns out that's revealed that the man and the woman who owns this house in the movie that the young kid breaks into is owned by brother and sister who are unhinged, crazy couple, siblings, I should say. Um, and little what they know, the young boy and the thief had to break into his house that's owned by the brother and sister people. Little what they know that something evil under the stairs is waiting for them as they encounter. The People Under the Stairs. It stars Brandon Adams, who's the main African American black kid in the movie, who becomes like the child kid hero at the end of the movie. Everett McGill. You should probably Everett McGill because he played the Reverend character in Stephen King's Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet. So, and he's one of the. I actually thought Everett Everett McGill, that's the actor's name from Stephen King's Silver Bullet, who plays the Reverend character in that one. I just thought he was great in this movie. People Under Stairs. He um he tore his character in his film in People Stairs is completely bonkers crazy. There's a scene where he's dressed up in some gimp outfit, like some leather gimp outfit. I was like, what? A leather gimp outfit? But it's not what you think a gimp outfit in a bad way. Well, I don't know. But yeah, he dresses as a guy in the gimp outfit and for some reason, and he has a shotgun. He's blasting walls with the shotgun, and yeah, his character he plays in People on Stairs, it does something really crazy stuff that is completely out of over the top. But I thought he was great. The movie also stars Randy Rowe as the woman known as the sibling sister, um, and a young Ving Rhames. Ving Rhames before he did Pulp Fiction and Mission Impossible movies, he's in People Under Stairs. Ving Rhames, if you didn't know about it. I would say People Under Stairs. It's really a talk about Wes Craven movie that nobody's never talked about. If you never see People Under Stairs, I highly recommend you watch it and check it out. You will really appreciate People Under Stairs. It's there's There's frills in it. There's like over the top humor scenes, like black humor scenes in it. It's really a cult classic. That's what I call it. I give people on their stairs 3 out of 3 stars. We have The Rocketeer. It's about a test pilot who discovers a top secret jetpack as he pours it on, and he becomes a hero who's up to save the day from an evil Hollywood screen actor who's actually a Nazi spy, and he must stop the Rocketeer hero must stop this Hollywood actor who's really a Nazi spy person who's a movie Hollywood star. What can I say about Rocketeer? It's the most fun. I like Rocketeer. I never seen it. I never heard nothing about it until I saw it, and I completely enjoyed it. Rocketeer. It's fun. It's you know what it's set like. You know how like it's kind of set like the metropolitan city. It's like the old school, like a film noir type of I don't know, like noir setting of a metropolitan city. It has that old school film noir feel to it, The Rocketeer. It's really a great movie. If you're looking for The Rocketeer or where you can find it, it's on Disney Plus. If all of you out there have Disney Plus, go check out the Rocketeer movie. It's really fun. It's really a good action little 90s film from the 90s. It stars Bill Campbell, who plays the title character. Um, Alan Arkin is in it too. Jennifer Connelly is also in it too, and Par Sorvino. And Timothy Dalton is in it too. He's the villain. He's the main villain bad guy in the film, Timothy Dalton, if you're wondering. I give The Rocketeer 4 out of 3 stars. We have Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Now, a lot of people think, yeah, but Freddy's Dead Final Nightmare is that the last chapter of Nightmare on Elm Street franchise film. Well, technically, the Final Nightmare of Freddy's Dead it is consistently the last of the Nightmare on Elm Street film franchise saga. It's about Freddy Krueger, who once again starts to stalk people as they dream about him in their dreams, and he kills them. And and only a few handful of survival teenagers, they must battle Freddy Krueger once and for all and send him back to hell. Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. It stars Lisa Zane. Lisa Zane. She's the daughter to she has a father who's also an actor named Billy Zane. Well, Lisa Zane, I'm thinking that she's the daughter of an actor, Billy Zane, if I'm mistaken correctly or not. But Lisa Zane is in Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. Robert Englund, obviously, as Freddy Krueger, he's back. Brooklyn Meyer, a young Brooklyn Meyer, he was a teenager before he did, Road Trip, Rat Race, and the what's it? Alicia Silverstone movie, Clueless. He's in it too. Freddy's Dead. Yuppie Koto, who played the Bond villain and Live and Let Die. He's in it too. And there's cameo appearances by a few people, cast members, cameo appearances. There's by Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold appears in a cameo appearance. Roseanne Barr from the TV show Roseanne with John Goodman. She pops up in there with Roseanne Barr. Alice Cooper has a cameo in Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. He plays like the school janitor or something who kind of takes the Freddy Krueger when he was a younger kid, under his wing and teach him, And believe it or not, Johnny Depp. That's right, Johnny Depp, who was in the original Elm Street movie from the 80s. Well, he has a cameo appearance, a great cameo appearance in his Freddy's Dead Final Nightmare movie. And when I saw this movie the first time, Freddy's Dead, I was like, wait a minute, it's not Johnny Depp. But it's not the character he played in Elm Street. It's a different character. Um, I cannot say what character plays. You have to see the movie for yourselves, and you're like, oh, okay, this is the character. But yeah, Johnny Depp appears in a cameo, and Freddy's Dead. Like, oh, that's cool. They got Johnny Depp to make a cameo appearance. That's really cool, and it's fun. So yeah, and this is when Johnny Depp was young at the time, you know. So yeah, it's really cool. What can I say about Freddy's Dead Final Nightmare? It's really funny. There's really good funny. There's like great funny stuff. There's like great funny humor in the film. Even though it's supposed to be like a horror movie, but there's actually like a campy, funny humor movie. It really is. Like there's a character that gets something stuck to his ear, and then because this character who can't hear good, he has like a hearing aids. And then Freddy Krueger just he has a chalkboard and he opens up sideways and he opens it, up and downwards. And then with his knife or finger, he'll scratch the chalkboard and makes that little noise. And the one kid is like, because the one kid has a hearing aid problem, and when he uses a fingernail to make the scrapping noise of a chalkboard, the kid's like, it's hurting his ear because he has a hearing aids problem. It's so funny, and yeah, there's a lot of funny humor scenes in Freddy's Dead. To be honest, it really is. I give Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare 4 out of 3 stars. We have The Doors, an Oliver Stone movie. Tells a biograph story about Jim Morrison of the Doors band from the 60s and his downfall from drugs and alcoholism. And he's a rebellious rock and roll screen, icon rock legend. Everybody knows that. The Doors movie stars Val Kilmer, Meg Ryan, Kyle MacLachlan, Kevin Dillon, Crispin Glover, Billy Idol, Kathleen Quinlan, Michael Madsen, and my favorite character actor, Michael Wincott, is in the film The Doors movie. I thought Val Kilmer's portrayal of the Jim Morrison character in the movie was terrific. It was great, fun, excellent. I give The Doors movie 3 out of 3 stars. It's written by Oliver Stone, if you're wondering. Okay, everybody, that would do it for today's episode 27. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and you'll get new content episodes every Mondays. And so that would do it for now, or that's it for now. And I will see all of you at the movies.